Guess who's back? Back again with Dragonball Fighterz video. Now this one, I promise you, will be a short one. I promise. In case you can't hear that, it's raining outside, so I don't know if you hear that. I might not be able to talk to you at all. I might lose all this footage. But we're back for another discussion into the Fighterz game. On all full, honesty, I was hoping to have like a trilogy thing, but since it's the fourth video, I guess that won't work. What do you call a trilogy that has 4 titles in it? I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. We are here to talk about attack ultimates being changed. Okay, so please, I promise this is going to be shorter than the other one. But anyway, I believe this is something that could possibly be happening. Okay, like the last episode we talked about we talked about characters. When you think about characters, you think about forms. When it comes to Dragon Ball Z, you got the Super Saiyan God, you got the Super Saiyan God, whatever you want to call it. We have those, but I also briefly touch about transformations in this video, which I don't really think are going to be that big of a thing. I believe Frieza is going to be an outlier. We may have 1 or 2 more people with transformations, but for the most part, I do believe that most transformed states are going to be supers and ultimates, i.e. Golden Frieza's physical. I.e. Golden Frieza's too much joking, I swear. Frieza's buff form, or his golden form being a transformation, where his buff form is an attack. Goku Super Saiyan 3, which I think they call it a level 3 in the fighting game community, because you can see he can do that same Kamehameha without going Super Saiyan 3, and he goes into 2. Not 2, he goes into 1. Gohan's only Super Saiyan 2 in this game anyway. But I think it's interesting to know. It's an interesting idea, because Frieza, I basically thought of this idea because of Frieza mainly. And it's that scene in the gameplay that they showed, one of my favorite scenes. You'll probably see it in this video, actually, where he throws the Destructo Disc at Gohan. Gohan blocks it, which kind of weird that you can block that, but fighting game rules, whatever. And these come back and they hit Frieza. Now this is an awesome strategy, but Frieza, when he gets downed, he has a thing where he can just shoot a ki blast out of, to surprise his opponent, like he fakes them out. And this made me think about adding in the move. Also, we know he has Death Ball, so what if you could have variations? Now I believe it's Street Fighter that allows you to do, or Marvel vs. Capcom, that allows you to change your ultimates. You have like 3 or 2 different options when you pick a character, and you can choose the different ultimates that you can do. Now I think they could incorporate this into the Dragon Ball Fighterz game, and it would work really well, and it would make a lot of sense, and it's a way that we can get a lot of transformations, even if it is just in an ultimate or in a super attack for a certain amount of time. But I was thinking, Frieza, instead of doing that, what if Frieza actually did the move where he goes and he destroys the Earth just by pushing his hand into the ground and then exploding the Earth like he does in the ROF movie? Since Golden Frieza is a thing, I would like to think that it's a possibility that we could get this as an ultimate. But we've already seen his ultimate is the Death Ball, an iconic move for Frieza, no doubt. But I think it'd be cool to have options, like instead of doing the Death Ball, you can set it so that you can do the move where he destroys the Earth, or he does like a barrage of beams a la his third form, There's in a sadistic way where he just shoots them like crazy, like he's basically like he's been doing in Super with Gohan and in the latest episode. I was thinking that'd be really cool if you could change it up, and Vegeta could do the Final Flash. He could do, what else does Vegeta do? I guess he could do, what else does Vegeta do? I guess Final Shine if you want to throw in GT. I'm trying to think of other things Vegeta does, but maybe he could have the Final Explosion. Again, it'd be kind of weird coming from Super Vegeta, but that's fighting games for you. He has a Final Explosion Super or something like that. Goku, obviously Goku could do the Spirit Bomb. He could do the Kamehameha. Yeah, he has different you have all these different variations, and what it gives to fighting game people, as it gives Dragon Ball fans this as well, but it mainly gives Dragon Ball fans the chance to see different ultimates from their favorite characters instead of just seeing one. But fighting game people can get out of it. They can create combos and create different type of sets for these different ultimates. Like if they are going to use the Spirit Bomb on Goku for this example instead of the Kamehameha, then they can learn ways to attack, do a combo, and then lead into that Spirit Bomb instead, and it will be different than the type they do when they do the Kamehameha. And when this game goes to Evo, because this game has Evo goals, you could also have that be a way to make it more interesting for the people fighting each other in the game, because instead of doing this one combo where it leads into a let's say Cell has a Spirit Bomb in this game and Goku has a Kamehameha. No, change that up. Let's say both people main Cell, so each person has Cell, but they can't guess. You don't get to see, well, I guess you could see if you're at Evo, but you have to plan ahead for what they're gonna do as opposed to what you're gonna do, because they may have their Cell equipped with the Spirit Bomb, or you may have your Cell equipped with a new ultimate that I just created, where instead of doing the Kamehameha like we've seen him do in the game already, it's a variation of the father-son Kamehameha, where he has little Cell Juniors pop up around him and they all do like little Kamehamehas with him and makes his go. That'd be cool for Dragon Ball fans because it's a cool cinematic that we've never seen before. However, for fighting game fans, it allows them to put in different moves, and that way, even if, I know Max said that the combo system, he didn't say it was less good. He didn't say it was less than a Guilty Gear or whatever, but he did say it was a bit more simpler and characters do play a little bit similar. I would hope that that's only for these characters because they are kind of similar in a way. So, the only difference is distance and stuff like that. And Gohan and Cell's obviously tall, so he has a long range, but that's not what this is about. And, you know, so I think it would be really cool to have that instead. And, you know, we see Cell do his little full power, you know, the energy shield. What if that was an ultimate and you could switch that out to be the full power Kamehameha, or the perfect Kamehameha, as Xenoverse, sorry to mention that game, and you'll probably see footage of that game in this because it's just the easiest way to show off these moves. You know, I think that'd be really cool, and I think fighting games could get that extra type of challenge where they have to come up with combos into different type of ultimates instead of just learning a combo to go into Boo's, turn them into candy. Boo could also, oh wait, no, he has the explosion for his ultimate, so instead of creating a combo that goes with Boo's explosion technique, Boo could have another technique where, honestly, I don't know what else Boo could do other than the explosion, the fat version. I don't know. I mean, he already turns people into candy as a super, so, you know, you can probably tell me that in the comments down below. So I'll use another example of a character. We'll just say, we'll go back to Cell and, you know, Goku. Let's add in a character that I almost completely forgot about last video, so let's bring him in. Beerus. Imagine Beerus in this game, as he's going to have to be in this game, come on. And he has different ultimates where he can do, one of them is where he does the Sphere of Destruction, like in Xenoverse. One is like in Super, where he does like those little galactic looking star balls where he shoots all of them at you and they explode on you. And the other could be a Hakai or something like that, where it's like you can use it and you can ultimately destroy your enemies or something like that. And, you know, different combos. So that makes it, if the game does indeed cater to Dragon Ball fans and making the people easy to use, despite the fact that they're different characters, which I kind of hope they don't, because we talked about last time, these fighting games don't play the same with every character, and that's a key function to these games. So I just think that would be cool. Now, I want to touch on transformations while we're doing this video, just because I don't want to make another video for transformations, so we'll just throw it in here as a little bonus feature. I think transformations are going to be in the game. I don't think that they're going to be what we're used to. Transformations are going to be more of a power-up. Fighting games do have power-ups where you change into a certain person. The Devil May Cry series has this represented in the Marvel vs. Capcom, where he turns into that demon for a little while, but it doesn't last forever, and not everybody in that game has a transformation. It's interesting that they decided to go with a transformation for Golden Frieza, but only made the Goku Super Saiyan 3 an actual like ultimate move. I don't know who decided on that, and you know, I don't think it's necessary for transformations. I mean, we've seen the gameplay. The transformations, would they really take anything away? No. But would they add anything that we don't already have? It'd be cool. And I just want to put aside, this is me saying this, and if anybody knows me, they know I can't shut up about transformations. I love the transformation thing, and I think they are a necessity. However, you gotta look at your craft. And just like when I talked about in the What to Expect video, this is not just a Dragon Ball game for the fans of Dragon Ball. They can get something out of this, but ultimately, Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena were great fighting games, and they didn't have every aspect. I'm going to talk a little Persona for a minute, so if you don't know about that, you're probably just about to be really confused. But they didn't have you, the main character of Persona 4, using all these different personas, even though in the game he can. No, they stuck with the one that you start with in the game, in the RPG. So, you know, Arc Systems, they don't have to do exactly what Dragon Ball fans want. And I know there's going to be those fans out there who are going to hate the game because it doesn't have transformations for every character, for the fact that you can't get Majin Vegeta, but you have Super Vegeta type of thing. There are going to be those people. I think Dragon Ball fans in general, when it comes to Dragon Ball games, a lot of people aren't going to understand the type of game this is, and they may be like surprised that certain transformations that are obvious aren't in the game, and why Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan start into a Super Saiyan form and not into a base, and then you can transform into it. The people I could see having transformations, honestly, Golden Frieza is probably the main one. You could take a cue from Gohan and Goku that the Saiyans aren't going to really have the transformation, going to be a necessity. Maybe if they put Vegito in the game, he could have a transformation. We'll go back to Beerus. If Beerus is in the game, I wouldn't call it a transformation, but maybe they could give him a power-up where he gets the really purple glowy aura around him, and you get a power boost for a short amount of time. You know, stuff like that. Transformations are going to be limited, I'm pretty sure. I think Golden Frieza's special in the way that they added that little thing where when he loses it, he has Sorbet shoot when, you know, he's about to get attacked by somebody, or he can if you know, time it right. But anyway, that was all this was about. I just think it would be cool to have different ultimates to put in. Let me know your thoughts about it. Hope this video didn't run too long. I tried to keep it a lot shorter than the last one. I got a tournament to do in Japan, so later, you know the deal. Praise me, revere me, sub me, subscribe me. Wait, no, sub and subscribe is the same thing. Sub me, like me, ring me. You know the dealio. Let's get out of here with this video. I'm out. Peace.